See I'm a lick, I'm a catch, I'm a knock 'em. I get number one, then the feds will be second. Baby Tupac, we say me na Beckham. He like the way you the Benham. I like the way you the Engam. I know deal, but I know travel. I just busy defend them.
Okay, we are here with my guy.
What's happening, man?
Isa Bangz.
That's it. Good to be here, man.
Good to be here, man. Good to see you, bro. How you doing, man? You good?
Not too bad, man. I can't complain.
Yeah,
it's been
man.
good still.
Long time no see, bro.
It's been a while. It's
Yeah?
been a while. Listen, you know, like everyone's been busy, innit? Family and all the stuff as well, you know.
Nice,
But yeah, it's good to be here.
Okay, good to see
Happy
you.
New Year as well.
Oh yeah, it's a new year, obviously. Yeah,
Happy New
2024.
2024, another year, man.
Okay, so yeah, let's get straight to it then. Obviously, this is your video to, you know, so for the audience to get to know you, who you are, your plans, your background, how you go into music. So we're gonna be going through, you know, a set of questions, you know, for the audience to obviously get to know you a bit better.
Okay.
Yeah? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's funny because obviously I got a song out there other than me. It means who am I?
Ah, perfect.
So this makes sense, innit? So
Yeah.
to elaborate more on the artist, you know. So cool.
Cool. My first question is, when did you first discover your passion for music?
Good start. Start right from the beginning. But yeah, with music, I've always had interest in music. Even growing up, obviously I was born in SL. You know, growing up from a young age, music always there. Even in a car ride, as simple as that, you hear music, and it takes you far. It makes you think. I would say the passion mostly came from like back in secondary school.
Okay.
Yeah, because my main passion was always football. I was playing football, but with the music side came where. So there's times where getting on the bus, and I can't even forget, it's a bus 363, sitting at the back of the bus with the rest of the boys, you know, and someone's just playing a beat, and then some of the other boys just spitting bars, and I was just sitting there just watching it, you know, and I'm admiring it. So I think that got me more closer to it, especially with the grime side of things. So that's where it started, and then leading on to school, like doing lunchtime, forming a circle, and everyone's getting in the middle and just spitting bars. So I think that's when I started. I thought like this is interesting because, but at home we're probably listening to like pop and other stuff. We used to listen to my sisters and my brother. We used to listen to all sort of music, you know. But when I go to school, I'm hearing this like grime, everyone spitting bars.
Okay.
I think that's when I thought, okay, maybe something I can do. Took pen and paper, I just started writing myself, and then started getting involved in the rapping during the traveling time, and then the lunchtime, getting in the middle, having that confidence to actually spit bars. So that's where I started getting a love and passion for that.
So when you say you was in like a circle, obviously in your school, so was you like rapping against someone else? Were you doing like a cipher? What was it?
Yeah, it's like everyone takes turn in it. It's not really I wouldn't call it a rap battle. I would say someone would go in the middle, spit bars, and then who dares to go next and spit bars that's even better than you understand? So there's times where someone would go in, spit sick bars, and then no one else would be willing to show, you understand? Yeah. No one else, everyone would just think, that's too cold, and I can't top that.
So you gotta be ready, basically.
So so that's how it was. It's about you go there, stand, and then listen to someone, and then think that I think I got harder bars than him, and then so that's how it was.
Okay, so you gotta showcase your skills.
You gotta showcase, man. It's like obviously it's I would say kind of competition, and to see who's got the hardest bars. But that's how it was. Like kept me on my toes, making sure that my pen game was right.
Back in the days, would you say was you any good or?
I would say I wasn't great. I'm not gonna lie. I started off with copying bars.
Okay.
You know, like when you listen to like, I wouldn't say people that I know.
Yeah.
I used to listen to like different, because I used to be like mixtapes, artists that used to give out mixtape. I used to like listen to the different artists from across South, North. I used to hear bars that are sick because I would say I couldn't rap then. Yeah, you just learn your trade. It was about listening to them and then miming them and getting the flow right, saying exactly how they say it, and then I think later on, turning all of that into my own words.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I started off with literally like trying to copy out the way other people rap, mastering their flow. That's how, as soon as I got it right, that's when I started putting that into my own words.
Okay.
That's how it started.
All right. Nice.
But well, this is probably the first time you heard that. But back in the day, everyone used to think, yeah, that's his bars, he's sick, you know that. But it was just me finding artists and flows that I like, and I used to, because I didn't perfect the art of being very creative and coming up, because I was young, we was in school, you understand? So it really started off with just finding something that I liked, or someone that I really liked the flow, and then just trying to learn the words, their character, the way they move, everything about them. And then when I felt like, yes, you know, I think I can do this, and then that's when I started putting it into my own words, trying to find my own,
find your own style.
My own style.
Nice.
So yeah, that's how I started.
Okay. Moves on nicely to the second question. So what was the first instrument that you learned to play?
Shoot, definitely not a guitar. I would say the drum.
The drum.
Because I remember doing music in school. Music teacher put me on the drum, and it was like almost natural.
Okay.
You know, like the African drum, and I was very good. I had talent. Well, I wouldn't say talent, but I was very, very good at just creating different kind of rhythm on the drum.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you say like, basically, are you a good improviser?
A very good improviser,
Very good,
yeah. To a point where I kind of mastered the drumming, like, especially African drumming though, not the proper drum set.
Yeah.
But with the African drumming, I kind of mastered it to a point where even on the bus, like I said, when we on the bus, someone's making a beat, someone else is rapping to that beat. Then I kind of became the beat man as well.
Okay.
So to a point where I was doing the beat, you know, the garage, that boom, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, boom.
Okay,
so that was
nice.
me. And then I started that beatboxing as well.
Okay.
So I was very good at beatboxing. So it was all, that's where it started.
Can we get a little demo? I don't want to put you on the spot.
No. You know me, man. I'm happy to give you like, it was like.
Okay, nice.
Oh, yeah, it was
okay,
like
you still
that,
got it then, yeah?
Still got it, man. Still got it.
Nice.
You know?
Okay, wicked. So who were some of your biggest musical influences growing up?
Yeah,
I mean, who did you like look up to? Who was like the main guy that you said, okay, you know what? When I grow up, I want to be like him.
When I got into let's say the grime scene, because it started with the grime garage and stuff like that. When I got into it, it was I used to admire the underground, like undiscovered talents.
Right.
You understand? And then like those days like Tinchy and even Wiley and that, they were doing a lot of like mixtapes.
Yeah.
Well, you know those videos, you know, just battling, those battle videos. I used to watch a lot of that. So I used to like Wiley, obviously, Kano,
Dizzy Rascal?
You know, like with Dizzy.
Yeah,
Dizzy Rascal, definitely. He was when he recently released Boy in the Corner.
Yeah,
I was a big fan of that. You know, I used to like I said, it was mostly like the unknown. You used to have like in Brixton, you used to have roadside G's.
Okay.
Yeah. Like RA.
Yeah.
He's back. You know, he's back in the UK scene doing his thing. But back in the days, it was more. He was doing the grime. Even Crept and Conan as well. They used to be.
What they
go way back
as grime?
Yeah, they used to be all grime artists as well. There was someone from Brixton. Lewisham as well. I used to call Desperado. I used to like him as well. So there was few guys that I used to listen to a lot.
Yeah.
But then obviously, because I'm from Peckham, grew up in Peckham, Gigs as well. You know, like Gigs.
So Gigs was doing grime as well.
He started off with grime as well.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It's proper weird the way he's proper laid back and slow now. That you would have thought. But grime was the thing those days where rap in the UK was very slow. You understand? It was mostly, if you want to listen to rap songs, it's like the Americans. You
It was
understand?
heavily influenced by the
but
Americans,
very
right?
heavy.
Yeah.
Whereas in the UK, it's garage and and the grime. So gigs did start. It did start off like that. So I used to listen to not the mainstream, I would say the mainstream guys were So Solid Crew and all of that. Oxide and Neutrino as well. But I used to like the unknown, the
underground
they
artists.
used to, they wasn't scared to say what was in their mind. You understand that
Yeah.
they used to say things that you would never hear on radio.
Okay.
That's what we used to see.
Yeah.
You understand? So I proper appreciate that. So I used to follow that a lot. I would say, but obviously the two main guys, and around that grime scene would be Wiley and Kano. Definitely used to fly the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously those guys there, they used to go on radio a lot. I mean, did you ever go on radio or anything like that?
I would say when I felt confident, started writing my own bars. We used to do a friend of mine called Vibes. What he did, he done like a Sunday setup in his house. So we used to call it what was it, Sunday set. So on Sundays, we used to just get everyone from the area in Peckham. We used to go to his house because he had mic, speakers, so we used to just spit bars.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then it started getting a bit popular. I remember some of the guys that was doing well. There's a boy called Rude Boy. There was a boy he had a song called Rude Boy. We used to that show that used to play on Channel U as well.
Yeah. I think that sounds familiar.
Yeah,
I'm sure I come across it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the artist's name.
What was the guy from South?
Yeah, he was
He
from
was from
South.
South, yeah?
The song got big.
Yeah.
Everyone. Then there was a remix there where everyone from all over North, South, East jumped in it. So he came. When he showed up, he proper showed up to our Sunday set. So that's when we thought, this is actually, it's actually getting big. So when I used to spit bars, I used to get positive reactions. So I thought, okay, cool. Maybe I'm actually alright.
Yeah.
So we used to. There was a time from that. Someone took me to my first proper radio interview. It was Represent Radio as well. That was a good experience as well.
So Represent Radio, is that based in South?
That's South, but that's one of the I would say one of the radios that was doing well, pushing underground, upcoming artists at the time. So it was a big radio anyway for us at the time. Yeah.
All right, interesting. So, how would you describe your musical style or genre?
I've had a lot of experience over the years. Like I said, started with grime, kind of jumped on the rap, jumped to rap, and then had a bit of taste of the Afro scene as well. Obviously, when Afro beats was doing really well. I'm sure you're aware, I was in a group called Double Banks. We did it was a duo. A friend of mine, we met playing football. He started doing music. I think he had a performance one time at an event, and I had a performance as well. And then we realized that, I didn't know you do music. We used to see at football, so we kind of we talked about linking up and pushing the Sierra Leonean kind of, because with Afro beats, it's known for Nigeria, Ghana, innit? So we wanted to be that face of Sierra Leone as well. You understand? To make sure we're involved, we're not left behind. We teamed up and still started doing music. At first he was a rapper as well, and I was a rapper.
Okay.
But then obviously I was more of a realist, lyricist, innit? Whereas he was more fun, good feeling kind of, whatever pops up in it.
Right.
So we thought, because with Afrobeat has to sound sweet. You understand? It's not hardcore. And we both have, well, especially me, I have that hardcore grime.
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously you came from a grime background.
So it'll be a bit difficult to make a really, really sweet sound, sweet music, innit? So he said, you know what? So he started singing, you know, obviously a lot of practice, a lot of rehearsals. So yeah, he started singing, and we started doing music where he sing and I rap on a beat, like a, you know, like an Afro kind of beat.
Yeah.
After like obviously a few practices and a few songs, few studio sessions, we started getting like a unique kind of sound.
Yeah.
You know, but our aim was always to be different from what the Nigerians were doing.
Right.
We wanted Sierra Leone to have that unique sound that people remember, and I would say, looking back now, we managed to achieve that. People knew Double Banks as Sierra Leoneans, so we had a couple shows performed with like, you know, like a couple big artists, big stages. In 2016, we got nominated for Cora.
Oh wow!
So that's history in me. I didn't know how big we was actually until we got invited to go to Sierra Leone when Whiskey had a show at the stadium. So we had a project that we wanted to do as well, just to give back. So we went to like different schools and offered scholarships to like 10 students from every school. We didn't know, like I said, I was doing music for a bit. I didn't know how big I was, especially back home, until we went to those schools and the students then just saw us and they just went crazy.
Did you feel like you was a star at the time?
I didn't know I was a star until those, you know, those moments where we were just, the kids just went crazy, just jumped at us, and we was basically almost, I don't know, I still can't put it into words, man. You know, like that probably was the first time I thought, wow, like the dreams is looking real. But you know, and those were the days, and then after like leaving the group, you know, it's about again trying to discover myself. You know, after, you know, discovering myself is about trying to find myself again, because we did it and we had fans who was doing well, and then didn't work out, you know, for whatever reasons, and then becoming a solo artist about trying to rediscover myself, my uniqueness, my style. So it was difficult, you know, it was difficult at first, but I feel like I'm at the stage now where I know who I am, I know what sort of music I want to do, you know, and I know that what sort of delivery I can do in a beat. But I was in the beginning stage of starting a solo career. It was difficult. I didn't know whether to continue that double bank kind of style. Right. But I feel like I'm at the stage now where, I'm ready to introduce Isa Bangz to the world.
Okay, nice. What is your typical songwriting process? Can you just explain?
That's a good question. With me, it's weird, you know. It's weird, like, especially recently. I was just laughing because a lot of times I get ideas, because normally I get ideas traveling, you know, and so basically if I'm driving or I'm taking a public transport, just sitting there, you know, looking at the environment, I just get words, you know. So I've got my phone, so it's not really a pen and paper nowadays. I've got my phone, I've got notes, open up notes. If you go through my notes, you think, oh, this boy, some of them are just 2 words, some of them are like 4 lines. But as soon as something comes to my head, you just note it down. But mostly it's like in the morning when I wake up, when I'm about to jump in the shower, you know, with the towel, I get a lot of ideas going into the shower. It's proper weird.
But a lot of people say that. They say when they're in the shower, that's when all the ideas starts flowing. 100%.
With me, it's so weird that with me, because I'm kind of, especially recently, when music started going a bit slow, I kind of like, you know, like I kind of withdraw a bit, obviously other commitments and family and stuff. So I'll get ideas and then say, when I get a time, I'll make a note later. Then I forget that idea. At that time, it's a brilliant idea where I think, definitely, this is a good idea. You know, I kind of like leave it. So now, if a good idea come up straight, I always go to the shower with my phone in case.
Okay, just in case.
I get an idea. I write it. Sometimes just a word. That word, because I know what that word's, what's going to lead to, what kind of concept that word's going to lead to. So yeah, I always take my phone to the shower because most times that's where I get the ideas.
Okay.
And funny enough, sometimes I'll dream a song concept.
Yeah.
You know, in a dream I'll hear a song.
Yeah.
I'll wake up and it's like, what's that song that I just heard in the dream?
Do you still remember the song?
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Most times I don't. But
Yeah.
again, when I'm serious, you understand? As soon as I wake up, I start thinking about it. Then I'll get my phone and do like a few seconds recording.
Like a voice note. Yeah.
Or like a video, just so I don't forget, because it's always a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just weird, like different areas, different time, I do get ideas.
Where do you feel like you're most creative or productive? Like, is it like on holiday, at home, in the shower, going to work?
Like I said, it's mostly in the shower. I'm about to jump in the shower. That's what I've discovered recently. That's when I tend to focus more on writing music.
Right.
You know, I'll get an idea, note it down, and say, okay, cool. After the shower, dress up. I'm about to travel, and then that's when I'll pick my phone and say, yeah, that idea that came to me this morning. Let me elaborate and add a few more bars onto that. Yeah, it's mostly in the morning, traveling, or about to jump in the shower. That's when the ideas come. There's times where, like I said before, I will sleep, have an idea, wake up, write, or record a voice.
Yeah, so you got to document all those ideas.
Exactly, or else I'll forget.
Yeah. All right, cool. So what themes or subjects tend to inspire the lyrics that you write?
I would say with my style or my concept, I try to reach out to everyone. You understand? Like, I try to branch out to like different kind of audiences, and mostly things that are around me. You understand? What I see, what I would like to see. You know, I would say, like, I'm not limited to what I want to talk about.
Right.
You know, like, if I want to talk about relationships, but I always make sure when I do music, I want people to think. You know, I say things like, a lot of my rap, I would say things that will get people thinking. You know, that they didn't mean it this way. Or obviously, it's up to them to make a decision. I'm not going to be there to explain to them, this is what I mean. But I always feel like it's important to not make it simple, to not say something simple that too quick to be understood, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I want people to think, say things that make people think, and then interpret it the way they want to interpret it.
Right.
If you understand what I mean. Cause I'm old school. I like, if you was to ask who my favorite artist is, I'm always gonna call most of the old school guys, because I feel like that's the time where rap was really teaching people, you know, like educating people.
Yeah.
Now I don't really see that as much. So I want most of my rap is that, you know.
So you want your rap to basically have like make an impact.
Make an impact, tell a story, make people
influence.
think. Yeah, make people think a lot more. And so yeah, I think that's me. But also I can also make commercial music, which the beat is good, the hook is good, and as much to me that's probably the most challenging thing about making music is trying to be more commercial than trying to send out a message. You know, that's if you try to send out a message in a dance song, the message won't be heard. People just want to hear crazy hook and a good beat.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
So to me, that's probably the most challenging thing in doing music, because my main aim is to send out a message and educate and tell stories. You understand? But I also want to be involved in what's happening right now.
Okay.
You understand? If I need to get a strong beat and say one or two words that's catchy, I can do that as well.
Yeah. So obviously you want to remain relevant to what's
exactly.
going on.
yes.
Yeah,
I want
in the
to
world.
remain relevant.
Yeah.
You know, keep up. I can adapt. You know, I'm an artist. I want to be that I can adapt to whatever situation.
Nice.
You know. So yeah.
Okay, so do you have like a favorite song that you've written, and if you do, what's the story behind it?
Oh, I got well when I started music, right? Just before, this is before Double Banks. I recorded a song called Boko. I wrote a song called Boko. That's probably the first track I wrote in my native tongue, like Creole.
Can you just explain, what does Boko mean? What does that mean?
Boko, it means woman or lady.
Okay.
You understand? It's not even Creole, because in Sierra Leone we have Creole, which is like broken English, and then we have the other like native languages like from different villages. So it's not even Creole. It's and my parents, my family's tribe called Timini.
Okay.
So my mom, she speaks her language, well, her tribal language to us a lot growing up. You know, so I used to hear this word a lot. You know, my mom used to say, Oboko, Oboko, Oboko. So, you know what, I started getting ideas about writing. You know, so that's like the first time. But because before that, it was mostly English. You know, English bars, it was grime. Then that was the first song that I wrote in Creole.
Right.
So I wrote the song, recorded it. People were really liking it. As a guy, a friend of mine is a DJ Razak. He heard it and said, "Bro, like this song is good, you know." So he used to push me and say, "You know what? I've got a show coming up, all white show. You should come and perform." And that was my first performance.
I see, just from that song, yeah?
Just from that song.
Wow.
You know, I think if you still, you probably won't even listen to that recording at the time, because it was so poor. It was at my friend's bedroom or something. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, Razak hooked me up. That was the same night I met the guy that I was with, Mystery. That's where we hooked up to form Double Banks.
Right,
from
I
that
see.
same night. So
you guys met each other at the studio, or was it through football?
we knew of each other through football.
Right.
Right. Never been studio. I didn't even know he was into music.
Yeah.
He probably had an idea that I do music, because I used to like promote music, but I never knew he was into music at the time. So we used to play football. We had that mutual respect, because he used to think I was one of the most talented footballers from Sierra Leone in the community, and I liked the way he thought of football as well. Okay. I liked his style of play. It was quite similar to me. So because of that, we had that respect.
Yeah, that instant connection.
Yeah, that instant connection. So for example, if we was to be in the same team at football, it's like we had that connection.
Yeah. What position do you play? What's your
midfield? He was a midfielder as well.
Okay.
So we had that instant connection. So when I showed up at the show, I had my performance, and then they say, "Yeah, next artist on stage, Mystery Banks." And I still didn't know. I just looked over, and then it was him. I thought, raw, you know. So after his performance, congratulated him, and then we just started talking. And then we realized we both had the same surname as well.
Oh, I see. Bangs.
Yeah, we both had the same surname. So he thought, yeah, let's do this, man. So that's where Double Banks was born. Okay. You know, but you know, like obviously it's challenges in groups. Yeah. And if people have different reasons for wanting to do music, so all of those barriers kind of impacted us moving forward. But yeah, it's nothing that I regret. Good learning. Probably that was the pinnacle of my music career so far.
Right. Okay. So talking of challenges, what has been like your most challenging aspect of you pursuing a music career?
Life in general, you know, with music, I see music as I don't see music as a reality. Even though I would like, that's why I'm working towards it being part of my reality. But for now, music is not my reality. My reality is family, making sure they're taken care of, and it's, you know, with music, until you reach certain barriers or you cross certain barriers, it's not a reality.
Okay.
You know, so to me that's like a challenge, having to pursue music and then not wanting it to allow me to lack on taking care of other responsibilities.
Right.
You know, so it was difficult to try to balance it. You know, so my priority is obviously taking care of family, you know, what I see as reality, and then music was a hobby. It was like my getaway, to be fair. It's like feeling stressed, I need to go studio, just like how football was. Feeling stressed, I need to go kick a ball, or I need to go to the gym. Music was part of that at the time, but now just, you know, like speaking to people, you know, like them telling me that, bro, like your talent's wasting, don't let it waste. And then I saw how football kind of got away from me with injuries, and the only other talent that I had was music.
Right.
You know, it didn't work out in football. I had opportunities, but obviously injuries didn't allow me to pursue which was my
to
first
get to the
love.
next stage, yeah?
Yeah, music. I mean, football was always my first passion and love, and then when the music career kind of ended with a serious career-ending injury, obviously, so I just thought football was all I knew, really. The only second thing that I had love and passion for was music. So kind of leaned over to music now to say, okay, no more football, so this is it.
Yeah.
You know.
So what at the moment now? Do you still play football, or you just do it as a hobby or for fun?
Yeah, it's for fun. I can't play at that high level no more, obviously, one, because of age, and then with the back injury that I had as well, I can't play intensive football, you know, but I always want to be, even if I'm not playing, I always want to make sure that football is still part of my life.
Yes.
So from time, I would go to and volunteer to coach kids, and just giving them my time as well, you know, be like a positive mentor and role model to them. Where I went wrong, make sure they don't make those same mistakes.
So you're passing on your skills to the next generation, basically, yeah?
Yeah.
That's very... How do you stay motivated and overcome creative blocks or writer's block?
You mean like in music wise, or
in
just
terms
life?
of in music,
In
obviously.
music, with music, obviously, like I said, there's challenges where sometimes there's other commitments, you understand? But with music, I just make sure when I want to do, there's times where I feel stressed and I try to write music and I can't, the ideas don't come, I'm not in the mood for it. I always go back, think about how I fell in love with music, you understand? It always takes me back to being in the bus with my friends, you know, spitting bars in school. Every time I think about those days, you know, it kind of take me off it. Say, you know what, yeah, this is why you fell in love with music.
Right.
You know, like even in the playground as well in school, I always go revisit those days. You know, wanting to be the best MC in the playground. So fast forward back, it would make me want to pick up the pen and say, all right, you know, it's a challenge. You know, let me write some cold bars right now. You know, snap off that thinking, write some cold bars. Like in the playground, you wanted to be the best. So what's stopping you now? You know, I always revisit how I fell in love with music, and it just brings me back to doing it every time I feel like I can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you have like a pre-performance routine or ritual that you tend to perform?
Yeah, I just put one leg and...
That sounds like a football routine, no?
No. With me, obviously, because I probably don't show it as much, and I'm not where I'll need to be religiously, but I do believe in God. So I always say like a little prayer, like in my head, or you know, before I jump on stage. But also, I realize that with a little liquor, whiskey, like it takes me out of my shell.
Yeah, gives you courage.
So whatever I'm drinking on that day,
Yeah.
and so I always make sure I take a shot of that, just before I jump on stage.
Okay.
And when I get on stage, you know, I feel like, yeah, I'm out of my show.
Sky's the limit.
But I don't have like specific ritual
Routine,
or anything
yeah.
like that. But if I'm drinking if whatever I'm drinking before I get on stage, I just take a long shot of that.
Okay.
Get on stage.
Yeah.
You know, or there's times where I just say a little prayer,
Yeah.
you know, in my heart, and then just jump on stage.
Nice. Okay. So what has been your proudest or most memorable moment as a musician so far?
I would say this takes me back to 2016. Going to Sierra Leone, visiting these schools, you know, and being recognized, and be you know, all the love that was shown through these kids, you know, and obviously they were singing back my lyrics to me.
What was that feeling like? Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, to me, I think that's where it was. I couldn't believe it. Never felt like that before. Didn't even think I was, you know, doing music in the UK. I didn't think it was, you know, back home, people were listening and following what we do. So going back home and to experience that, you know, it's hard to put to words, you know. I think after that, made me want to work even harder to, you know, to capture or send more impact. Because at first, I always wanted, because I spent most of my years in the UK. I came to the UK when I was really young. So it was mostly trying to promote the UK culture, talk about, you know, Peckham, promote Peckham. But I think after that experience, you know, even all the music I do after that is about promoting SL.
Yeah.
You understand? Promoting SL, you know, having, you know, changing the wordings or even the language. Am I trying to blend the two languages together? I'm always making sure I promote, you know, the Sierra Leone culture.
Okay. You know, like they say, there's no place like home, right?
Nah, at all. To me, that's where it was born. That when I just saw those kids, you know, singing the lyrics back to me, like all the love that they showed, I just thought, you know what, this is why I want to do it. You know, to be recognized for one of the people that helped push Sierra Leone in a positive light. Because obviously everyone knows Sierra Leone's been a negative. Like we had civil war, and then we had Ebola, which, you know, is an illness that killed a lot of people. After that, there was a mudslide that killed a lot of people. You know, so we've always been in a negative light. So I just feel like I have to make sure I promote Sierra Leone, and so people don't think it's all negative, you know. So yeah, I always do my best to make sure I'm flying, not to be recognized or to say, yeah, I'm the one.
Yeah.
You know, just so that one day I can just sit back and just, you know, just be proud. Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know that diamonds come from Sierra Leone.
A
lot of people don't know that
So,
history.
you know what? I don't even know if we still have diamonds anymore. The way they're being exported from Sierra Leone, and so I don't even know if there's any more diamonds left, to be fair. But yeah, Sierra Leone's known for diamonds.
I mean, have you come across any diamonds because you said you went back home recently?
Yeah,
right?
no. The thing is, that's a lot of people say, yeah, Sierra Leone's land of diamonds.
Yeah.
The average Sierra Leoneans don't even know what a diamond looks like.
They probably never seen one in their life,
Never
right?
seen a diamond, don't know what it looks like. So yeah, it's not something like us. That's what I'm saying. I was looking for diamond when I went to Sierra Leone, so I didn't see any diamonds. I don't know if we have any left.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you say that's more like a myth, or you did have diamonds?
No.
you just don't know?
Realistically, it's a land where they've discovered a lot of diamonds. As recently as a couple years back, where they found the biggest diamond, a pink diamond as well, which is rare and unique.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was a pastor who found it. You know, handed it over. He obviously handed it over to the government. He was rewarded. They can't pay him the amount that the diamond's worth, but he was rewarded for, you know, a little. And then no one heard about what happened with that diamond. Okay. I'm sure it's sitting somewhere.
It's somewhere.
in Europe.
Yeah, someone's obviously enjoying that diamond.
Exactly.
Probably wearing it as a ring or whatever. So who knows?
A billionaire body for his wife.
All right, cool. So yeah, let's move on then to the next set of questions. So how do you balance your music with other aspects of your life?
Just like I said earlier, music it's not part of my reality. I'm at a stage now where I feel like I want it to be, I need it to be. So I'm working on trying to make it part of, making time for it. There's times now where I feel stressed. I feel like maybe it's because I need to do music. I feel like at this stage it's getting there where it's part of my life now. So every time I have a spare time, I always make sure I have time for studio. Even working, I always make sure try to invest a little bit, put something aside for music. So this is something I've made up my mind. This is what I want to do. So it's about making sure I invest, work hard, be consistent. There's times where it's one of my biggest regrets is not being consistent enough, So yeah, the aim this year is to be more consistent, putting out more materials, more visuals. It's the belief that other people have in me. I need to repay it by putting in the work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So what would you say is like your biggest challenge right now in terms of balancing your work, family, football, music?
You said it, that's the biggest challenge, work, family. Because at the minute with music, until you started getting paid serious money for music, you have to make sure you're doing stuff that pays the bill, looking after the kids' birthdays, kids' needs, you understand? So it's tough. Like, it's a catch-22 as well, because with music, a lot of artists believe if they leave 9 to 5, put 100% in music, they're more likely to succeed. You understand? So, it's true, but then also, if you're a family man and you want to keep food on the table, you
can't just focus on music.
You can't just leave work, where you're getting little change.
Yeah.
So it's about planning yourself, making sure that what can't be your life. What else is that you can go off if you're just working and you don't have. So make sure with work, have time off to do something else. You have passion for. Always make sure you have time for that. It's about trying to balance the two at the minute. Because I believe now, with the beliefs that have been shown to me from others, not to give up on music. I feel like I need to, I owe them a lot, like not to give up.
Yeah.
I owe them. I'm not just doing it for myself now.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like I'm doing it for people that believe in me, even for a nation. I always think about those kids that showed so much love. We went to 10 different schools, and every school they recognized, what we was doing. They recognized my music. So I feel like I have to keep going. Some of them probably since 2006. Some of them are a lot older now, maybe in uni.
Okay.
Thinking, I wonder what these guys are up to these days.
Yeah.
It would be nice to release a song that they will say, "Oh, that's that guy."
Yeah.
Those guys that gave us scholarships. Those guys that I always wonder how they will feel if they come across my music again as a solo artist. As a solo artist, yeah.
Okay. That would be interesting to see.
It will be interesting, yeah. And I would definitely encourage one of them to reach out and say, you gave me scholarship for 2006. It will be interesting to sit down and catch up with them.
What role does collaboration play in your creative process? In terms
collaborate?
of people featuring in your music.
It plays an important role, in music. With me at first, when I went solo, it was about I wasn't collaborating as much, only because I was trying to find my style, my style, my sound. I feel like when you know your style and your sound, it's easier to collaborate with other people because you know what you bring to the table, you know. But yeah, collaboration in every aspect of life is important. You know, it's having two different people, you know, two with like different personalities coming together and creating something beautiful. You know, even in, like I said, in music and in life in general, it's something really beautiful that needs to happen a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, as an artist, I feel like when you know yourself, you know your style, you know your personality, and then you link up with someone else who's completely different to you, you know, I think it's important to see how other artists work and how they think as well. You know, that helps your learning process. So if the two styles come together and create something good, I think that's a wonderful feeling, something that, you know, a lot of artists, I'm sure, are proud of.
Yeah. So what's been your recent collaboration or feature?
I would say, because I've worked with different artists over the years, and I went back home. When I went back home to SL, I made sure I worked with like a lot of underground, because I just feel like the raw talent for artists that are not really out there yet. So there's an artist called Rap G in SL. He was making noise, doing well, but he's up there now as one of the good artists in SL. So we've got a collaboration with him. And here in the UK, you know, I've got love for, you know, Double A. I think he's doing his thing as well.
Didn't he used to be a DJ?
Yeah, he used to be a DJ. You know, he used to do all right. Obviously, with music, anyone can have passion. As long as he had so much passion for music as a DJ. You know, so he apparently had passion of making music too. So he followed his heart.
Yeah. And
now he's never looked back. So I've got some work with him, but obviously, because me and him are really close, he's one of my good friends, so we definitely plan on going back to the studio and try to create, you know, more music together. Cool. Yes, obviously one of my biggest collaborations, again, is when I was in a group with Mystery as Double Banks. We collaborated with African legend Willow Logomba.
Yeah, from my country, yeah?
From your country, Congo's legend.
Come on.
So yeah, we teamed up. We did a song, done a video, and that video actually got us a nomination for like a big award in Africa, Coro Award. So that was good.
Can you just explain to the people what? Because some people don't know what Coro Awards is. What is it? Can you just explain? Give us a little brief description.
Yeah, with Coro. Well, right now I don't really hear as much, but those days it was a big award. It's like equivalent to Grammys, basically. You know how Grammy is?
Yeah.
So that's how Coro was. Michael Jackson's and a lot of big international artists. They've all been part of that award. They've been invited, you know. So being nominated alongside the likes of Bracket from Nigeria and other big artists, other big groups from Africa, it was a very, very proud moment. And us being the first artist from Sierra Leone to receive, to be nominated for such a big award, you know, we made history, I would say.
Well, that's massive.
Yeah, that's massive.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, cool. So, how would you describe the evolution of your sound or style over time?
I would say it's changed a lot. Like I said, my background has always been grime. You know, but even if you listen to my music now, and you know grime, you will know like a lot of the references, or you hear a bit of that, some of the tongue twisters as well. It all comes from that.
Yeah, it's heavily influenced, obviously, from the grime background.
So I picked up a lot of my style from that. I listen to a lot of rap as well. Obviously with the two big artists, legends, I would say Tupac and Biggie. With Tupac, I like his work work ethic, and Biggie, I like his creativity, you know, the way he, plays around with words. So
if you had to pick one, who would you pick? Tupac or Biggie? And what? Give me a reason why.
You know what's funny? This is like a football question. You know when people say Messi
or Ronaldo. Exactly,
it's,
the same
it's
thing.
Tough.
Yeah.
It's hard. Again, I'm not one to just pick one. I'm one to find qualities from both.
Yeah. But okay, let's just say you have to pick one.
Messi.
Messi, that's football.
So that means Biggie.
Biggie.
Yeah, I like Biggie. I just feel like with me, I like natural. I like that natural talent.
Yeah.
I know it's very. Don't get me wrong. It's very important to work and improve. But I also feel like some people are just gifted and they don't.
Yeah, it's just natural.
Even if they don't work hard, some people have to work hard to reach other people's level that don't work very hard.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel Biggie is probably one of those guys that, imagine if he had the same work ethic as Tupac. You understand?
Oof, that's a
problem.
Unstoppable. That's a problem.
But I just feel like, he's just got that talent to just, just very, very extremely creative.
Yeah, I'm personally, I'm a Tupac fan. I grew up obviously listening to Tupac.
There's no right or wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It just depends on your taste.
Exactly.
You know, I'm a Tupac fan. Obviously, you say you're a Biggie fan, but you like both.
I gave you the example, right? If you know football, it's like Tupac is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard worker, you know what I mean?
And Biggie is Messi.
Just natural talent.
You understand? Natural. Imagine if he works hard, he jumps for everything, and that like Cristiano do. He'll be
unstoppable.
Yeah. You know, I feel Biggie's like that. I feel Biggie's laid back. But he's very, very, very talented and creative. Just his use of words. I think, to me, I admire that. And obviously I have respect for hard working and dedication like Tupac. He's very talented as well, of course. Not saying that Biggie is not hard working as well.
Yeah.
But these guys are known for that. Tupac is known for making an album in 2 hours or a day.
Yeah, his work ethic
it's insane.
Unmatchable.
That's what a lot of people know him for. And Biggie is just sweet with words.
Okay.
You know?
Alright, so let's talk more about you. What are your goals or dreams for the future of your music career?
Aside of obviously being successful, having music, paying for the bills, looking after my family. Aside from that, like I said, I want to fly the flag of Sierra Leone. You know, I want Sierra Leone to be in the same realm of Nigerian music and Ghanaian music, and I want to be able to think that I'm one of the guys that actually, that had something to do with that, pushing Sierra Leone music. Like us again, it's not to be recognized. It's just to sit back one day, maybe when I'm old, and just be proud.
Right.
To myself, even if I'm not talked about, I'm not a legend. Yeah. But in my heart, I know that
you've made a difference, basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's.
So that moves me nicely to this next question. How do you hope your music impacts or resonates with your listeners?
I do. As much as obviously I'm a rapper, right? I do a lot of. You will hear a bit of everything, controversial, educative, good vibe, like good feeling kind of music. Only because I want to reach out to everyone. You understand? If you listen to my album, there'll be people that will listen to what I say and learn from it. There will be people that will listen to it and dance to it. You understand? You don't have to learn, but they can definitely dance to it. There'll be other people that listen to it and their mood just changes. I feel like that's what I want. I want to do music. I don't want to do music for one set of group. You know, I want to do music for everyone. But also, obviously, staying true to my style. I don't have to change my style just to cater for a different crowd. I want my style, you know, to remain the same, but through different concepts.
Okay.
You know, understand? Reach out to like different, you know, crowd.
Okay, that's very powerful. Because obviously I've listened to your music and I could tell that you don't just cater for one type of audience. You know, you got everything for everyone. You know what I mean? Which is very good as an artist, because some artists, they stay in one lane. They just stick to one subject matter. For example, drill music. You know what to expect. It's gonna be about violence. It's gonna be about killing. The beats sound very similar, but your music, you have a bit of there's different styles.
The thing with drill, just to defend drill, I like Central C.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's probably one guy who's doing different type of concept. You understand? But my problem with that is it's like they're doing it for one audience, for like the younger people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like say someone like my dad can't sit down and listen.
He wouldn't listen to it.
So for example, this is why guys like Tupac, they're legends. Because my dad will listen to a Tupac song. As much as he's talking about gang banging, but somehow he's got songs that my dad will actually listen to. He knows about Tupac. You know, so I feel like a lot of us artists, that's what we need to aspire to be like. You know, be that artist that anyone can listen, like a roadman can listen to. You understand? They can relate to it. Also, older generation can relate to your music as well. You know, like who's got the power? Like, if you can do that, then there's something special about you. Get an older generation who don't
listen to your music. That's
listen
not
to your
easy.
music.
Yeah.
You understand? And get the younger ones to listen to your music. So yeah, I think that's where it is.
Okay. So, what advice would you give to aspiring musicians who are just starting out?
I think you need to be sure, right? You need to be 100% sure that's what you want to do. You understand? Be sure that this is where you feel. You can't be half-hearted with it. Yeah. Firstly, be sure, and then secondly, hard work. You understand?
Hard work pays off.
Work hard, be consistent, and invest. If you don't have money to invest, find a way. You understand? Find a way to get people that have money to invest. But from what I've learned, money has to go in. If it's not from your pocket,
you have to invest in your career,
you have to
in yourself, right?
You know, especially when you get to that stage. In the beginning stage, be smart. Don't waste money when you know you're half-hearted, you're not sure. That'll be a waste. So that's why I said, be sure this is what you want to do. You understand? Work hard, be consistent. And I always believe everything you do, you know, put God first. Yeah.
Nice. Very good advice that you just given the people and the listeners. Yeah.
Okay.
So can you share a funny or memorable story from your musical journey so far?
do we have all night for that?
Just one story.
I don't really have a specific story, I would say, but obviously it's always funny when I was like studio sessions. You know, always messing up. When you proper rehearse, you feel like you're ready for this. Yeah, and then you know the engineer say, "Okay, cool, record." Yeah. And then you just say something completely different. I always find it's always funny with like doing ad libs as well, just getting things wrong. But that's the fun thing about you know.
It's a creative process.
Exactly. Yeah. About being an artist and recording in the studio. It's about making mistakes, learning from it, you know, overcoming. Sometimes through mistakes, you understand, good ideas come through.
Definitely.
So I didn't mean to say that, but it sounds good. You understand? But yeah, so unfortunately I don't have like a funny story, but But a studio session with Isa Bangz, trust me,
It's
jokes.
interesting.
It's jokes, yeah.
I've been in 1 or 2, well, many sessions. So
Yeah, you would know.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You would know. I'm sure I've cracked you up a few times.
All the time, man. Yeah, we have a lot of fun, obviously, when we're recording.
Of course,
so,
that's why. If it's not fun, what's the point?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So, so this moves me on to my last question for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be happy about that.
I made it to the end. Yes.
Yeah. So, is there anything else that you would like to share about your background, inspirations, artistic vision, music?
Yeah. To say, like I said, with my music, obviously, no one wants to do music forever. If you're not the main artist, you wanna make sure you have that passion to be part of music, either supporting a young talent, you know, or running a record label or anything like that. So I just want to get to that point where I wanna, especially back home. To me, my main aim is just pushing, you know, my country, pushing the flag, helping the young ones. You know, so like in the near future, it's obviously be that guy, you know, that's recognized, or even if not recognized, but just doing music and be successful in it. My long term plan would just be supporting the up and coming talent. You know, just not being the main guy, but being someone in the background that, you know, that really push the, you know, young talent coming up. That's something that's dear to me. Not just about me pushing myself. Also after me, the flag needs to keep flying.
Definitely.
You know, I want to be part of that.
Okay, so final message to your audience and your fans. What message you want to share with them?
Firstly, I feel like a lot of people that support me, I feel like I've let them down, especially after being a solo artist. I feel I've not worked hard enough. I've not really pushed myself enough, and obviously everyone got their issues. I've battled through like difficulties, you know, that made it difficult to really focus on music. But I feel like with, you know, the grace of God, I'm at a position now where I feel like I can focus on music and really push. So I just want to say that, you know, just check out the space. Your boy is back. You know, to push good music out there. I just want to say, just keep supporting your boy and just look out for new materials. You know, I won't let you guys down. Just keep supporting.
Yeah. Well, Isa Bangz, it's been a pleasure, obviously, meeting up with you again. You know what I mean? It's been a while.
Fun, man.
So I'm looking forward to what you got in store for us for this year.
Appreciate that.
So all the best for the year, and I'm looking forward to your music.
Thank you, man. Thank you,
Bless
man.
up, my
Appreciate
brother.
that, man. Take care,
best,
man.
Nice one.
Cool.
Cool, brother.
Udana me. Man then they ask udana me. Y'all they want know uda I be. All my want know uda I be. Udana me. Udana me.